The Rambam has a statement, Ein mikra nikra. There are no accidents. Nothing just happens. Same concept is one of the fundamental basic teachings of the Baal Shem Tov of Hashgacha Pratis, of divine providence. So we know that everything is by divine providence. But sometimes there are events that you can't just help but say, wow, only God can do that. So I want to share with you soon one such event. But before this, if we do or we don't see the Hashgacha Pratis, we all remember that everything is by God. And we owe him a huge thank you. So let's say now together, chapter 100. Mizmor l'soido rina adenu kol haaretz iudus adenu b'simcha. Hoyle von Abinona Duke adenu v'dim hu asan v'lo anachna mitzvah marisa b'yishor b'soido chatzroiz b'sila. Hoyle le'boch shmoi kitov adenu le'lam chazdov yadov v'dor amun asoy. Let's give some tzedakah this Erev Shabbos to Parshas Achari and Kedoshim. So here is the story, and I'll give you the source. I heard a story from Rabbi Ashkenazi, who in fact confirms having met the woman, or one of the women, who was involved with whom that story happened. So the story is as follows. I'm not sure when it happened. This woman, living, I think, in Kiryat Malachi, a city, not far from Beersheba, runs into the local pharmacy. Now you have to understand, the pharmacy in Israel, especially in the smaller cities, is not what we are used to over here in North America or in Montreal. Pharmacy that, short of buying tomatoes, eggs you could. You can buy everything in a pharmacy. But this is a pharmacy with your local pharmacist, and your local pharmacist becomes your doctor, your lawyer, your advisor, your coach, and your therapist, and your confidant. So this woman runs into this pharmacy where the pharmacist is a religious woman, and there are a number of people in the pharmacy, and she's in a big rush, and she's asking the people, do you mind if I go ahead? I have to catch the bus. I have to go to somewhere very important. Now, this is Israel. When you tell somebody you have to catch a bus very important, everybody has to know what it is. Makara, what happened? So she says, I have to go to an army base. My son is over there, and today he's getting a special recognition for something that he did. So I want to make sure I get there on time, and the bus is coming soon, and I need to get this medication. Please. Now you got the curiosity of everybody. Forget about the bus. What did he do? What is it all about? Anyway, she shares. My son is in Hebron, in one of the lookout protective booths, soldiers standing there protecting the Jewish community. Hebron is a relatively hostile area. And 3 yeshiva boys walking in the street, and suddenly I see that behind them there's an Arabic woman running with a knife stretched out and ready to jump on them. And I saved them by eliminating, and my son, so to say, saved those 3 bachim by eliminating her. So he's getting a recognition for that. The pharmacist says, do you know the name of the bacher or the 3 bachim? No. He says, I do. How come? One of them was my son. Wow. The son of this woman saved the son of the pharmacist. And by the way, says the pharmacist, do you know that they're brothers? Excuse me. Is there something that I don't know? I know my family. I don't know of having a brother, of him having another son. So let me tell you. 20 years ago, you walked in over here to this pharmacy, and I saw you were very distraught. And I pried. And finally, you told me that you're expecting, and you're not in a mental state to be able to have another child, and you're going to abort. I started talking to you. And I even made you an offer. Go through with the pregnancy, and if you don't want this child, I'll take the child. I'm going to raise the child. And I suggested we write a letter to the Rebbe, and the Rebbe gave you a blessing for an easy pregnancy and great birth. Turns out that you had a little boy, and then you changed your mind, you wanted to keep him. This is your son. Your son is the one who now saved my son. They're spiritual brothers. Because your son was born thanks to my intervention. So I want to thank you for having had that son and for saving my son. Only God could put this together. So please, Eibishter, no, do the final big job, Mashiach, now.